Hello, today we're here in downtown LA with real estate and marketing specialist Alina Muradyan. Hi, Alina.
Hello, welcome to our office.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
First of all, I would like to say that Los Angeles, the growth that we see today in Los Angeles, I should rephrase this, I'm part of it. And the magic that you feel being in downtown LA, the magic that you feel being in this office is truly indescribable. And it's been less than a year that our team has joined the Keller Williams office of downtown LA, and we can't be happier.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Now, am I correct that you started with real estate financing first, right,
Yes.
in your career?
Going back a little bit, my background is credit consulting, business development, and just finance overall. I slowly found myself falling in love with real estate, working with investors, financing homes, refinancing homes, even going through the tough recession period.
Now, what was the clicking and changing moment in your life where you said, okay, I'm going to maybe move on from Glendale and expand my my avenues and in LA and LA environment? And do you only do, since you're here now, do you only cover LA or do you more widespread?
Great question. I guess I need to give you more details as far as what I've done in the past few years. There comes a time when you feel that you are absolutely in need of new things in your life. You're not happy where you're at, as far as you have more growth to come to you. There is more that you could do and you could take on more. And I think I felt that. And during that transition, I took some time and really asked myself the question, why? Why do I do what I do? Because there comes a point where it's not just about making money. You make the money, you live a certain lifestyle, and then what? So my team and some of my close friends founded the Children's Art Foundation. And that's where that click happened. We could actually help people find homes, sell homes, and refinance and finance homes, as well as give back to the community. Being in Glendale, working with certain schools and giving back, I always enjoyed volunteering at schools. I always enjoyed rewarding the community with our success. And I realized that not every child is fortunate enough to have that financial backing to take the art classes, any type of art classes, whether it's dance or music or fine arts. And I realized we can make a difference. And while I was working with with different organizations and meeting different people, I came across downtown LA's growth. I started feeling how much is happening over here. And to make the long story short, after a couple of phone calls, and I want to call it destiny. I was destined to be here, to be surrounded by greater things, and to be at a place where I could give back to more people, whether it's with the service that this office, my team provides, myself provides to people, and also giving back through the Children's Art Foundation.
I couldn't help but to feel what a great vibe this place has. The energy, you walk in, people, it feels like a vacation place almost, but this is workplace for other people.
Given that we're here on the Saturday also.
Yeah, on Saturday as well, yeah. Now, how is it different, and in which ways are you going to use this as an advantage to make your life and your work a happy place to be? And also, I want to tap into the greatness that you also want to extend and help children while you make people happy when they're happy with their houses they buy or sell. But with that happiness, you cover a child's happiness as well in artistic world, where I think as an artist matters a lot. It's a great foundation for a child to have. So a little bit about the office, the environment, the great vibe and energy, and how you tap into the children, and how does it make you feel to help children that way?
I absolutely love the question you asked me. First of all, Children's Art Foundation. Why Children's Art Foundation? Given the fact that I grew up in a family of artists, it had a very big impact on me, on my life. I feel like I've became more creative in a way, and it just helped my life. And I feel like every child deserves to have the same. And because this is something that I'm more familiar with, and I have the connections with, I guess I could say it that way. The idea came over a conversation with a couple of friends, couple of colleagues that were in different industries, and we decided let's put together a foundation that will help children, but through what we love to do. So basically, since I do real estate and marketing, I am able to give back to children through what I do. And another reason why I personally chose Children's Art Foundation, because I felt that children that have arts in their childhood have a better opportunity to have a better future. And they will be the ones to help the less fortunate at the time when they're adults. Because, like I said, there are many amazing foundations that help less fortunate people all over the world. But my question was, when we're older and when these kids are adults, who's going to help the less fortunate at that time? So I chose to focus on something that I felt more comfortable, and I felt like I had a better opportunity to help. And that's where the real estate came in, because it's something that you do with love. It's something that your expertise allows you to do the best for your clients, for your, I should say, friends, because most of our clients become our friends. And the real estate family keeps growing and growing. And whenever we close a transaction, anybody that sells a home or buys a home, and not necessarily just a home. Our team does commercial real estate as well. We specialize in businesses. And every time there's a transaction that's closed, we give back and finance, or we grant a tuition for a year, up to a year, to that child. It could be their child or any child that's in need of arts. And I think that everybody is in need of arts. And that's how we started. And I felt that being in downtown LA, being around wonderful people where I could grow myself and learn from this talented, experienced people, it was just amazing. It's kind of like a win-win situation for everyone. And whenever everybody wins, it's just great.
Right. Everyone's a winner.
Yeah.
Now, where do you find the children? I mean, explain that. Where do you find a child who needs that?
Okay. Well, I think, first of all, every child needs it. But I understand your question as far as who qualifies or how do we decide which child gets it. We give the first priority to the children of the people that we did the business with. So if you bought a home from us, if you purchased an investment opportunity, or whatever it is that we're able to help with, at the end of the transaction, we will find out if they have children or not, and whether they go to a certain art center. Regardless of what art center it is, we will basically pay their tuition from the Children's Art Foundation. And this way, either the donation goes for their children, or the sponsorship goes for their child, or if it's somebody else that is in need, we have children that are on the waiting list waiting to be sponsored. So there is no problem with finding children. There are children all over that are very talented, that are in need. And it's just when you're out there and you're working with all these families, it just comes to you. Everywhere I go, I just see that opportunity. I'm a big believer of energy and law of attraction, and I believe that when you're open to that opportunity, when you're open to give back, and when you open your heart, you find yourself in the perfect time, perfect place. And going back to me being in downtown LA, I think that was the exact result of me wanting to be in a place for a bigger growth, and for me to be strong enough to give back to my community and to people around me.
Now I'd like to hear more about your team that you're working with, and also each real estate company could maybe cover a specific area, and what's the area that you cover with the company?
The beautiful thing of working in a team is that you have unique people that have different backgrounds. They grew up in specific communities. They specialize in a specific product where, you know, they know that community or that type of properties or business opportunities or commercial real estate, and you could rely on their expertise. For example, my specialty, because I worked a lot in Glendale, Burbank, Studio City, Pasadena. I cover those cities and I know those cities very well, the luxury market. I'm also now in the new developments of the downtown LA, where there are a lot of opportunities, not just for people to buy condominiums here and not just to make downtown their home, but also for business opportunities. Because nowadays there are a lot of entrepreneurs that are thinking, I want to have my business. I want to create my own little either business or a career, and they're looking for new opportunities for the millennials. So we also specialize in understanding different age groups because of the diversity of our team. And that's one thing where, you know, working alone, no matter how good of a professional you are, you will not achieve that extent of coverage, whether it's service, whether it's understanding. Because to me, real estate is not just about moving properties. Real estate is not just about showing homes. It's about understanding another person's lifestyle, and it's about understanding what is your need, what will your family be doing in that home. And it's that mentality that puts the professional apart from just a salesman. And that's the same mentality that we grow our team with. We're always open to welcoming more talent, whether it's experienced talent or somebody that loves homes or design, because it starts from somewhere. Sometimes I try to think, where did my love towards real estate come in? And I think partially it's my creativity, you know, me loving homes and architecture, and you have to love what you do.
Right. Always.
Yeah, it's certain professions, like if you're a doctor, you have to love medicine, you have to love helping people. And in a way, real estate is the same way, because if you're just about numbers in a sense where like just closing transactions and not thinking about people and helping, it's not going to last long.
Right. Exactly. Now, going back to good energy people, I noticed I talked to a few people here that were kind of new and but very well aware of what they're here for. Let's say I want to start selling houses. Can I come and would you recruit me? How does this office work in that way?
It would be our pleasure to recruit you, of course. We can recruit. I don't even want to use recruit. I want to say our real estate family, we welcome family members that are wanting to be here. The same way I ended up in downtown LA, it's people that feel like they want to be surrounded by greatness, they want to be surrounded by experience, and most importantly, are open to learning. If they have those qualities, we have an amazing team leader. I'm here also to help them with everything that's possible, marketing, understanding a specific market that they are interested in. And most importantly, I think from my experience being as a sales manager, is to understand what that person is good at. We train agents. You could get everything as far as knowledge that you need in real estate. And as long as you have the love, the motivation, we'll get everything else in.
Do you have more access to homes and that's not in a market or could possibly come into a market, but I could have a early start before it hits the market so I can have some bidding?
I would like to answer that question by starting with the company itself. It's the people, it's the quality of connections that make the company. First of all, we have access to properties truly all over the world. If you live in Los Angeles and if you're interested in buying a vacation home in Mexico, or if you live in New York and you're thinking of relocating to Los Angeles and you don't know anyone here, that's also one of the ways to make sure that by working with our partners and our team, our extended team, we get the best possible service. And I don't even want to call it a service, best possible way of helping these people to get them their home or their business. As far as our team goes, as far as my immediate team goes, we have an in-house marketing company, marketing team. And that really plays a big difference in selling your home. Because when you are selling your home, it's kind of like anything else. Presentation is very important. You have a good product, but if it's not presented in the right way, people are not even going to be interested to take a look at it. And you definitely have to keep up with technology.
Yes.
Video presentation, high-end photography, and I'm very proud to say that everybody in our team is a professional in whatever it is that they do, whether it's the photographer, whether it's the video production team, whether it's the real estate agent. I mean, I could go on and on about it, but basically, whatever it is that we do, most importantly, we love it, we have the expertise, and we keep up to date with all the education necessary to be the top of the market, to be the top in the industry.
Oh, very nice. A question that I always ask myself, and I like to ask this to you because I think an expert in your field would have a very good answer for this. Now, if I have a house I want to sell, if I have a house that I want to buy, to look for it, there's so many agencies that I can go. I can open the book, Google, and just find millions. In which ways does your company stand out more than the others, and what do you have access to that others don't or might not have? And that way I can feel like if I come to you, I feel like I'm on top of everything.
You're taken care
in
of.
Your office. Yes.
So basically you're asking me what makes me that one in a million.
Yes.
Real estate is not just about, just like I said earlier, real estate is not just about showing a home. Real estate is about making sure your client, the person you're taking care of, is going to get the financing. Because you could love the home, but if you don't understand what the financing is going to be like, and they're using their own loan officer, and of course you can't force them to always work with people that you work with, and their loan doesn't go through, the transaction doesn't go through, it's a mess, of course. So I feel like just the fact that I understand credits and I come from the finance background, it always helps you, because when they're talking that they're going to put this much down or do this or do that, then you right away signal the red flags. Then you're like, oh my God, this is not going to happen. And a lot of times they're like, no, but my loan officer said it. And sometimes I just smile, and it's just, that's the experience part. But most importantly, having a big network, going back to connections and quality of connections, having a big network of the team, and not just the team, having a great relationship with other agents. You have access to our pocket listings, and pocket listings are the listings that are not available on the market. So if agent X goes home and searches for the properties that are on the market, when our clients are in the office, most of the time right away we have the pocket listings that usually in this market especially don't last a long time. And having a pocket listing also helps, because when our clients are trying to sell, right away we're contacting not just our potential clients that are already financed, or cash buyers, or developers that are ready to jump on an opportunity. You save the time, you don't go back and forth, and most importantly, it's knowing the market and understanding that, having that trust with your clients. Because a lot of times people unfortunately have unrealistic expectations, and I don't blame them, because as a homeowner, to you your property is worth a lot, and of course you've put in so much. Besides the love and the history you made there, you fix things here and there, and not necessarily always do you realistically comprehend the fact that just because you've put in $1,000, it doesn't, just an example, it doesn't mean that your property value went up $1,000 or $10,000. And being able to have your client trust you with your knowledge, with that relationship, is also a big thing, because we have clients from all over the world, understanding their culture, what their needs are, what the needs of the specific area, the way the home is supposed to be.
Now, before we started the interview, we talked a little bit about goals, and you mentioned a couple of things. I'd like to have you say it also to the audience. What goals, what barriers are you trying to break through, let's say this year, in 2016? Because you talked about your 2015 goals, and you have a higher, I guess, stronger mission this year.
2015 was a great year for me. I partnered up with this office. And this year, I'm measuring my goals by how many children we're going to help. My highlight is the Children's Art Foundation, and it makes it fun. It makes it kind of like a game in a way where we have to reach our goal. It's kind of like selling Girl Scout cookies, where we want to sell it, we want to be the best. Imagine having 100 children at the end of the year, an award ceremony with these amazing kids, with their artworks, with their dance, with their beautiful musical performances. I mean, honestly, that's above and beyond anything, any feeling. And this year, our goal as a team is to sponsor 100 kids. And I'm very proud, actually, to say that I have a lot of business owners that have joined and partnered up with the Children's Art Foundation, and they're getting other people involved as well. And it's really taking off bigger than I thought. But I always I've learned to trust my intuition and listen to my inner voice, and Children's Art Foundation and me joining this office was part of it. And I know, I'm very confident that with the team that I have, with the team that we have, we're going to reach our goal. And I have this feeling that towards the end of the year, we're going to meet here again, and we're going to celebrate our achievements, celebrate maybe even more than 100 kids. And the most important part is that it also brings people together, because we live next to each other. We're all busy with our jobs, with our careers, with our families, and you're doing something wonderful, I'm doing something wonderful, and we're coming along parallel, but we can do things faster and bigger if we come together.
Exactly.
When you have your why, like, why are you here? Why do you do what you do? Because, you know, if let's say your goal is to make $50,000, I mean, right now I'm talking strictly business and numbers, you could make that $50,000 working somewhere or still being self-employed somewhere else, and at the end of the year, you make your money, you go to your vacation, you pay your bills, you pay your property taxes, your income taxes, and then what?
Yeah.
And I try to take the dullness and the regular part of life and the normal part of life and add something that will make you happy, that will make you proud. Imagine having a beautiful artwork or a beautiful video by a child's performance in your home. I mean, I think that's just beautiful.
Yeah, someone that you've financed. Yeah, it's such a nice thing. I think the work ethic changes if your motivation, your drive is completely different. It's not about selling a house anymore, which it is, but you're doing it with a different thing, and you're almost doing it for the child, and that takes off so much pressure off a person, and your whole work completely changes. I think people sense that too. You're not, especially if they hear about it and stuff. Such a nice thing you got into. I have to, you know, my hat's off to you.
Thank you. You realize it's not just the kids of underprivileged families. A lot of times these are kids of parents that are extremely successful in their careers, extremely successful in their, I should say, overall business, and they don't have time to even realize that their kids are so talented because their kids are being raised by nannies or babysitters. And by working directly with these kids, these children, I realized that, you know, it's time to really make a difference. And what better way, again, to do it than by bringing everybody together. And of course, it's great for our business, because looking at every time you want to make a change, you always do a little research. What makes the successful and healthy, happy companies and employees stand apart from the other ones? And it's them always giving back, them always thinking about their employees, in which case it's also our team that we think about. Because when your people are happy, your work is successful. It's kind of like having a happy wife at home. You know,
Right,
when
right.
your wife is happy, the husband is happy, and he's successful. It's the same theory. When your children are successful, you see, it gives you a purpose. It gives you a reason to do better. And this is my reason to do better and to be more motivated to wake up in the morning with a smile, to wake up happy, and most importantly, surrounded by amazing people that believe in the same thing.
Sounds like you've found your calling.
Well, I'm sure a lot of the viewers are filled with different positive emotions right now. Maybe some that want to get involved in the Children's Art Foundation, some that are interested in listing their home with us, and others that have questions and would like to know more about our real estate team, more about what we do, where we specialize. Feel free to call the number on the screen. Our team would be more than happy to answer all of your questions. We understand real estate, your home, and your life is very unique, and we will give that unique approach. We will give that personal approach to everybody that calls, and we will make sure that we're a good match to work with those people, and we'll just go from there. And I think, again, going back to what I said earlier, together, one home at a time, one happy family at a time, we can achieve whatever it is that we want to achieve.
And I really, from the bottom of my heart, wish you the best success on this new endeavor, this new chapter in your life that you started. And I think together we can achieve the unimaginable.